What's going on, Dreambringers, and welcome back to DB3 MTG, where we sling spells and bring dreams. I'm known as Mr. Sandman, and today we are back on these vintage streets, black playing a blue deck, and we have Ajani, a modern card, and Voice of Victory, actually, in vintage. So I've had this deck in my queue that I wanted to play for a while, and after playing shops, man, I didn't get back on my blue stuff. So basically, this deck is trying to play Ajani and Voice of Victory, and probably early Lavinia, take advantage of the game that way and kind of beat down people that way. With the Dreadhorde Arcanist, that has cool combos like Ponder, Brainstorm, Ancestral, Probe, and stuff like that. I do also love the fact that this deck has Skull Clamp in it, being able to just get infinite cards off of your cats that you produce with Ajani. And also it'll help flip Ajani too, which is kind of like the Goblin Bombardment for this deck. Obviously we're playing a Lurrus deck. Seal of Fire is in this deck. Again, I didn't create this deck or nothing like that, so this was just in there. And last time we had Seal of Fire, I think we went 4-1, so that's pretty sweet. These were not portable holes. It was the other one. I can't think of the like Dusk Rose something or whatever. I'm gonna try this one instead. I think we don't necessarily need to have, we don't care about the restriction of being 2 mana or less. 2 swords main, 2 swords sideboard. This was a Flusterstorm, and they had 2 Flusterstorms in the 75. I went to 2 Right Blast, 1 Flusterstorm, and a Force of Negation. That might be wrong, but I just switched that a little bit. But yeah, 6 Forces, Lawrence Revealed. No stock ups in this list. I'm not the deck creator, so I guess stock up doesn't really fit in this list. A little interesting with the tension with Dreadhorde Arcanist and Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time, but there's only 1 Dreadhorde, so maybe that's not that bad. Yeah, in the board. Oh yeah, also, before I go to the sideboard, Voice of Victory in this format really can be a Lurrus matchup breaker. Not being able to play on your opponent's turn and basically having to do everything in your turn, making their counter spells even stronger, is really, really good. So this card's like, I don't know if it's underplayed, I don't know if it's how much it's being played, but this card is really, really good in this format, and definitely deserves a spot in this format in regular decks, and probably even the initiative decks as well. So quick little side note, but onto the sideboard, Fragmentize, which is a good card in general, and vintage. 2 more swords for the fair matchups. Containment Priest, and then you have 1 more Soul Guy Lantern. You have 1 main. I did have another Soul Guy Lantern in the 75, or the person did. I just cut that because I don't think Raker decks are being played that much. High Noon, I'm guessing this is for like Doomsday. It also could be just for like the combo Lurrus decks, maybe. I'm not terribly sure why it's in here, but I kept it in here. Seal Cleansing, again, another way of destroying stuff, and it can be looped with Lurrus, which that is a cool combination. The before mentioned Pyroblast, 2 null rods for the super crazy artifact decks, and then another Force of Negation and Flusterstorm. So a very simple blue deck, something we played before. Not many creatures, but hopefully Ajani and Voice of Victory can get us there. So yeah, if you guys love the content, you're enjoying yourself, and you want to see more vintage content, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate all my vintage viewers, and I know I haven't been posting vintage recently a lot. And this week I'm not going to be posting Legacy because I am getting ready for the Indianapolis tournament that's all modern and modern RCQ season, and so I've really been focusing on testing that off camera and off recording, and testing it in paper too, as well, in person too, as well. I'm playing in RCQ, so it's been really tough to kind of get other stuff going because I've really been focused on the deck that I'm playing. And for all the modern fans that watch my videos, you guys will get the benefit of that and seeing my streams and stuff like that. But don't worry, Legacy and Vintage community, I will definitely be posting. Next week we'll be back to normal because I don't have an RCQ or anything like that for a little bit. But when I have something planned, I do try to focus on that. And so these 2 formats kind of suffer a little bit, but don't worry, we'll be back to our regular scheduled program very soon. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, and let's get to these matches. I'll see you there. All right, guys, and welcome to round 1. We're playing Captain Planet again. We played him before. I always forget what he's playing. All right, but we have a Lurrus. So, okay. Did they reveal Lurrus? They did. Okay. We have turn one Ajani with Force Wheel backup. That's not bad. Keep. I think we played Captain Planet the last league we were on with Raker shops. Alright. I was gonna go for a Ajani turn one. Alright, they have Force Will. So I think I actually let this go because we have a second one. They pitch Spell Pierce. Okay. Let's say okay. Alright, Undercity Sword. Oh, are we hitting this on blue black? Lurrus? I think so. And they put a Spell Pierce in the graveyard. So they're playing 2 Spell Pierce at least. Alright, they're down to 4 cards. We're gonna jam Ajani again. That's awkward. Alright. Okay. Let's see what they have here. Okay. Okay, mana drain. And then I think we will pitch dig. Resolves, cool. Okay, have to. We got a lot of cards out of our hand. Three mana. Dig. That's tough. That sucks. Skull Clamp would be a hell of a draw here. Strip Mine's not bad. Let's cast Ponder. They had mental messed up. Wow. Alright, we're gonna waste this just in case they have days. I didn't want to pick up that and get value. Alright, they're at a really low life total. I think I only have one Surveil. I think it's only the Meticulous Archive. Yeah. Alright, 1 Treasure Cruise. Jeez, that's brutal. Yeah, we lost. That's tough. They did miss on a land though. Okay, that's not bad. Play our land here. Definitely graveyard that. Alright, I mean, oh, we should buy Lurrus. I'm an idiot. what red cards do we have in our deck? I don't think we. Oh no, we can afford to. Okay. Alright, we are so far behind on cards, bro. Now I wish I didn't get rid of the addictive time. But it made sense at the time. Alright, they more than likely have Bowmasters. Should I cast Lurrus here? Yeah, why not? Him to rock, worst case scenario. Okay. Pitching Psychic Frog, okay. Yeah, we kind of knew that was going to happen. Bowman. Oh, it's tough. Okay. They don't have Bowmasters. Their hand's super reactive. Jeez Louise. Like I said, they might have Bowmasters here. We knew that was happening. I don't even know if this is right. They have 4 cards. Yeah, I'm gonna counter this. It might be super aggressive, but okay. Alright, they go to 4. Cause like now if they play like a frog or something, we have we have portable. Alright, they might buy Lurrus here. That's annoying. Yeah, I mean they just outdrew us. Watery Grave, interesting. Yeah, they play Frog here, don't have Forcible backup. That doesn't matter. They'll get rid of my red source, yeah, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay. They have to have exactly Force of Will blue card here. Ooh, that's really good. Okay. That's really good. Because they have to counter this. So now they can't. And this is why I kind of cut that Rose card because I would have had to sacrifice all my creatures. And now they have to have 2 removal spells. Nice, we won that game. Nice. That Force of Will looked like it was good. It's not an obvious Force of Will, but okay. I like swords. I like Pyroblast. Do I like Force Negation? I don't know if I like Force Negation. I think I like Flusterstorm better. Seal of Fire isn't terrible, but like it only really kills like it like never kills Frog. It does kill Lurrus, but we have other removals for that, so maybe we can cut this. Do we care about the graveyard? Kind of. But like not really. We don't want no rod, I don't think. Yeah, I think that might be the worst card. Spell Pierce isn't great either though. But I think that might be the worst card. Maybe. Yeah, let's try that. And we were on the draw, right? Not bad. Not a bad game there. Yeah, that force will like it worked out in our favor. I don't think you really want to counter what's the name like that all the time, but because we were just pressing damage, I think I was right. We're going to keep. We almost have Terminal Lavinian. Okay, they have Mox. Okay. 4 cards. Okay. That's a little terrifying. Oh, I did draw it. Wow. That is interesting. But I can't cast it either way. So I can go like Wasteland here, Mox Ruby for Elorian's Reveal. The only thing I can do is cast a Voice of Victory this turn, which is reasonable. Alright, we'll waste here. Yeah, Bowmasters. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Alright, go to 17. Oh, I guess I had the red source already, so let's get another Tundra. They have 3 cards in hand. Interesting. Alright, let's go here. They have to have force here. Oh, let's say mana drain. Okay, that's not the worst. Okay. Oh, they had Fatal Push. That's tough. Okay. Should I get rid of this thing? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna get rid of that because it's the bigger one. I really want to spell pierce this. Okay, that's fine. All right, they're down to no cards. We have a legit shot at getting out of this game. Them not tapping mana is rough there. Please play a spell that I can spell pierce. Buying Lurrus. Okay. Cause like now they won't be able to cast this. They'll be able to play Lurrus, but they won't be able to cast their Black Lotus. Oh, and they can't play Lurrus, right? Oh no, they can't. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. They won't attack. They shouldn't attack. Alright, we need to... A draw spell doesn't even do us that great. Ooh, that's really good. That's really good. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, get rid of that. Spell pierce doesn't seem great. Wasteland doesn't seem great, Lawrence. I need one more card. I guess voice. Or time walk. No, we don't have. So yeah, time walk. Cause interesting. I think I want a Ajani and maybe like Pyroblast. I don't mind Voice of Victory either though. I think I want these two. Yeah, I think I want these two. In the order. This way I can trade with anything. Okay. We also can buy Lurrus next turn and then play Lurrus and then get Voice of Victory back. I don't know what they couldn't cast. Johnny seems busted in this format. Oh, they're doing it with Lurrus. That's fine. That's fine. 2, 3, 1, 2. Interesting. I could play Lurrus here. I don't think that's right without but they can't force. They can't force a will here. They can't cast like dig or nothing. Yeah, I think I play Lurrus here. Maybe, no, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's true. Okay, so we just protect Ajani, because then we can get Voice of Victory next turn. Goes to 1. They have 3 cards in hand. If I block here, they'll do that. I don't know, but if we lose our Ajani, we get it back. Yeah, so that's fine. I'm not gonna block. Because if they play on their Bowmasters, then it is like whatever, who cares? That's fine. Time Walk would be annoying here. Okay, Undercity Swords is fine. That's a good draw. Okay, so waste them. I probably should have got rid of that land, but whatever. Voice of Victory. +2. And then yeah, that's fine. I don't think I should block. If I block here, it does kill this. It makes them use their mana. Sure, I'll block. I'll bite. Yes, they can rebuy this and kill my cat warrior, but I don't really care. Sure. Okay, cool. Alright, so portable hole. Oh, I can't do that. Sure. Do that. just conceded. Yeah, I'm going to attack here, and then be able to kill this with Ajani. Yeah, Ajani seems busted in this format. Yeah, I just gotta attack here and here, I believe. I can even pump up the jam too. Alright, well, got that match pretty easily 2-0. I'll see you guys in round two. Alright guys, and welcome to round two of our vintage league. Looks like we're on the draw. Let's see if they reveal Lurrus. They don't reveal Lurrus, so we probably can't keep this hand. Do we have no terminal interaction? I do like Saga though. This hand in general is good. I'm gonna mulligan this hand for Force of Will. Okay, keep. Maybe put the basic away. Yeah. Okay, so we can't die on turn one. Now if they're on like drip. Okay. Okay, shops. Okay, cool. We have plow for this, so I'm gonna let this rock. I will probably hard cast this negation off my Lotus. So obviously Pyroblast and Flusterstorm are terrible here. They don't play a land my now I gotta kill this Saga. You know they can't activate it. Phyrexian Revoker. That can name Lotus, right? Let's think here. I don't want to force this, but they're gonna name Lotus. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. This is definitely Sphere Shops. Okay, we take 3. Okay, this is tough, but yeah, I'm gonna go to. I know I'm taking a lot of damage. I need to see their hand. Oh Lord. Okay, so they do have a Ghost Quarter. Ooh, they do have a Daze though. So if I waste here, they would have 5 mana. They could play Golos and we could Daze it. I don't know how I'm beating this though. So if we waste this, They can't make tokens. Okay, we have to plow something. I can't keep before losing life. And I think we have to buy Lurrus here. Maybe that's a mistake with Ghost Quarter. If they Ghost Quarters, they can't play anything though. Alright, we go to 7. We took a lot of life from that thing. Yes, thank you. Alright, so that's gone, that's gone. I drew the swords. Alright, we have to play this land. That's awkward. Is this good enough? We go down to 4, we swords 1, we go down to 1. Maybe? It might be good enough. Oh, but we get Ghost Quartered here. It's possible we get Ghost Quartered here. So maybe that's not the right line. Caracas doesn't do anything. Okay, that's Aug. Okay, we go to 1. I maybe should have countered that. What's her name? Alright. They should Ghost Quarter. Interesting. Yes. Basic. That sucks because pretty sure we needed to draw. That sucks. Oh, we don't even have another swords in hand. Oh, hold on. Okay. So we need land portable. Damn, almost. Okay. Close. I hate when they reveal my hand. I'm not trying to do that. Okay. Is No Rod good? I don't think so. Fragmentize is good. Source of Plowshares is good. Seal Cleansing is good. Flusterstorm and Pyroblast are bad. Is Seal of Fire good? Not really. I feel like Force Negation is low-key kind of good. I don't think Seal's good. I don't think Soul Guy Lantern is good. Mental Misstep. Is Mental Misstep good? I don't think so. I don't think there's any really good one drops, right? So I think we can get rid of this. I think I have. Maybe I want one for. Not really though. Days on the play is good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna do that. All right, game 2 on the play. Yes, got close to winning that game. Sphere shops. I'm gonna keep. This is probably wrong, but I'm gonna keep. They mull the 6, which helps. If they don't play nothing crazy, we can like blue card, or we can ponder into like blue card removal or something like that. We also might not even care about a sphere effect. We have so much mana. Crucible. Alright, let's fetch first. I'm actually gonna counter this, I think. Yeah, keep living here. Alright, destroy this. And then we can play Lavinia next turn. Dope. Because now Lavinia locks him out the game. Nice. I'm not even gonna strip mine here. Alright, let's see. They have Dismember, which they can't cast. They have basically a whole bunch of spells they can't play. That's dope. Cage doesn't really do anything. Play Ponder. Ooh, I like all these cards. Forceful is probably the worst card. So let's go with that. Yes. Oh, I hit yes. Oh man, I'm so bad sometimes. I said yes out loud. I meant to say no and draw those cards. Oh, I'm so bad. Okay, that might actually cost me the game. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. I meant to just keep those and draw. Oh, so bad. Okay. Well, never punished. I mean, I guess I didn't really want Forcible to begin with, but I could like buy Lurrus and did I play land? Okay, we're gonna buy Lurrus here. Oh my gosh, bro, I'm so bad sometimes. I've been pretty good at not making like crazy mistakes on Moto, but I got the discard. Their hands seem pretty bad. I'm just playing the land out because I don't have Frog in my deck, and like they basically didn't do anything. Okay. Oh, thank God that didn't really cost me. So what did I see? I saw. Yeah, I don't think Seal of Fire is great. Yeah, I like what I'm doing. Yeah, so submit. Okay, let's see what we draw. Let's see what they do. Cause this days is really bad on the draw. I don't know if I can keep this. We can turn one time walk. I don't know. If they have a sphere though, it's just so bad. This hand's bad. I think I'm keeping though. It's wild, but yeah, Skull Claim's the worst card here. Alright, we will force pitching Lavinia. I think that's correct. Okay, well, I mean, that's brutal, but. They have a sphere here. Okay, that's not that bad. Alright, so we get the archive here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get red source, red source, ponder. We're looking for lands here. Okay, that's good. So we can do. Oh, we're gonna shuffle probably, right? So I guess we don't, because they're gonna go kill my land, get a basic. I really want. All right, so Forcible has to be on the bottom, and then it's one of these two cards, right? I guess I'm gonna just do that. Because if they don't kill both my lands, then we're okay. But they're not casting anything if they do that, which I'm okay with. That puts it back 2 turns. Bro, we are playing in the absolute mud right now. Okay. Bajuka Bog, that's okay. It's okay. Well, now I don't think they can waste me now. And my clock is so. I guess they were F6 into their turn. They don't have much mana though. And it makes their spells cost more too. If we can get a threat, I think this game's over. Like an Ajani here would be good. A Voice of Victory would be good. Okay. I want to keep my basic in my deck. Alright, well, Forcible is bad. They didn't draw a land. Like I just don't know how they're beating me. We just gotta draw one of our creatures. I wish I had Frog in my deck here. 4 frogs. Well, Saga's tough. Saga's tough. They still can't waste me though. Off of both my lands. Yeah, they can do that. That's fine. I need to draw like a seal of cleansing here or something. That's brutal. That's absolutely disgusting. That's so dumb. That's so stupid. I'm gonna hold this up for Force of Will. That's so bad. I can't even cast Voice of Victory here. Because of the tariffs. Yeah, I mean, that Wasteland was bad. I could have beat the Strip Mine in the what's the name, but that Wasteland was bad. Also drawing that Force of Will too. Alright, so we're gonna lose the constructs. Because there's gonna be 5/5s. Yeah, it's tough. We need like Fragmentized Swords, Portable Hole. We need a 1-mana spell here. Yeah, that's brutal. That's it to fade. Like if we fade that one draw step, we have 4 mana. We can play Voice of Victory or Lurrus or something. Yeah, we're in trouble. Soul Ring. Man, if we had a Hercules in our deck, it'd be so good. 6/6. Yeah, we're dead next turn. That's a little bit annoying. Alright, so the best thing we could do is chomp. Yeah, we just have no outs, right? I don't think we have any outs because we block here, we take 6, we go down to 5. If we swords, I don't. Oh no, we go to 10s, we go to 4. Yeah, that's game. GG's. That was close. We're a couple rounds into the video. If you're having a good time enjoying yourself so far, hit the subscribe button. Join the Dream Bringers. I'll see you in the next round. Alright guys, welcome to round 3. We'll be on the play. Select our Lurrus. See if they reveal Lurrus too. Okay, opponent. Alright, both on Lurrus. We have turn 1 cat with days backup, so we'll keep. Alright, so probe. They're F6. Vexing Bobble, Flame of Nor, Essential Recall. And we drew a Force of Negation. Okay. And they have Plow, so let's go this. They have 2 lands, okay. I guess technically, well, they can pro me back. They could play Vexing Bobble, but I could daze that. But also, like, I don't want Ancestral to resolve. They're gonna pro me back. I could daze the probe. I don't think that's right though. Cause really I'm just worried about these 3 cards. Yeah, I just don't think I think I like that. I think that's fine. Okay, Tundra's here. Vexing Bobble. So I think. All right, hold on, because well, no, they can't Ancestral until it's their turn again, and then they can wait till my turn. But they'll play around days next, yeah. Unless, no. I mean, I could technically hard cast Negation. Okay, that's fine. Right? Let me think. Because then Vexing Bobble's gone. They have Swords of Plowshares, Ancestral Flare. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually a really good draw. It's actually a really good draw. Okay, opponent. Did they disconnect or something? So now we have Spell Piercing Days up. Yeah, the Misty we knew about. they can't cast Forcible either. That's such a blowout. And they can't cast Forcible. Alright, so we know about 2 cards in our hand. Opponent, please. Alright, I'm gonna fetch now. Just in case something like goofy happens. But I'm gonna fetch now. Okay, good. I definitely don't have Stifle there. I just don't want to get caught with my pants down. Alright, it drew a card with Vaccine Bobble, sure. They probably have Forcible in their hand. But like now we can just daze it. Like you walk right into a daze. And they know I have daze in my hand. With this bitch, then to try to train her down to 4 cards. Okay, we'll just daze. And get value. Such a blowout. Sure. They're gonna plow on my upkeep. They should at least. They let me get to my main phase. That's so bad. Honestly, I might let plow resolve. Should I buy Lurrus here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's buy Lurrus. I don't even care if they plow here. I don't. Alright, so I know about Flame of Anar and Swords. Could they have double removal spell? Time Walk. Sure. There's nothing in play, so that's fine. They could have played Saga there, so we don't know about 2 cards again. It's a trainer? Oh, it's like dig through time. Okay, it's stock up. I like dig being in my hand here. They could have Forcible blue card. But then they would just have swords in their hand. So they have Forcible pushing Flame of Anar. Okay, that's fine. I'm kind of hoping I draw a Mox or a land for turn, so I don't have to look for land for dig. Also, like a Skull Clamp here would just be busted. I'm I'm not upset about that force will. I think we're like super far ahead. Like they didn't even find a land. Boat's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we cast dig first. Okay, I do like Wasteland here. I do like Voice of Victory here. Honestly, I like Wasteland Voice of Victory. Take him off of white. And then have what? Yeah, I do like these two cards. Personally, any order. Because they missed the land. And now they can't plow my creatures. And they're down to, they have one turn. I guess they still have 2 turns, never mind. Because I couldn't play Voice of Victory. Okay, that doesn't really do much. Did they take key? Interesting. Did they get Time Vault key off of that? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright, I'm a little worried that they drew key. Okay, thank God. He like slammed it so fast. I thought I was just dead. Alright. Pretty well navigated game. So we're playing against a blue deck. I don't know if I want swords. I feel like Seal of Fire actually is going to be good in this matchup. I like Pyroblast. I like Flusterstonks. I really don't like Force Negation. I don't think I'm going to like Soul Guy unless they're playing Snapcaster. High Noon could be good here. I kind of want to cut the Force Negations. Well, Days on the Draw seems bad. Maybe we play Seal. Well, we can bring in Null Rod, I guess. Instead. Maybe we bring in Null Rod instead. Cut that and cut the clamp. Because Null Rod doesn't really hurt us. We can cut this. I'm not sure. Alright, let's try this. I don't know what's right or not. It doesn't really hurt us that much. Alright, game 2. Because they have Time Vault key, right? And nobody just gets an insulation against that. This hand's good. Keep. Lotus Petal, okay. Interesting. I think I'm gonna cast this on their turn. And hope they don't have mental misstep. Okay. They kept it on top. So that's for me. God dang it, man. Alright. Had the mental messed up. Okay. That's a little bit of a bummer. I would rather than force a wallet. I think that sucks. At least we have Ponder. Mental Mistup's like basically free there. Okay. They have a whole bunch of mana but nowhere to go. Interesting. Okay. Here's the thing, should we portable this? Nah, probably not actually. Interesting. They have 3 cards in hand? No. I almost don't want to... I could attempt to portable hold this. But I think... Okay, we'll pass. Okay. 2 cards. Okay, that's fine. So 1 card in hand is Lurrus. Keep that. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I could have like looked for a red blast beforehand. That's interesting. Okay, so let's go land Force. Mental misstep. No. Hit okay. Oh yeah, they had pay mana for that. It's interesting. Force of Will on top of my deck. I don't want that. Seal of Fire is really good. They have Lurrus and random card in hand. What is it? Flame of Anor? Flame of Anor is not good here. Okay. We know they have Lurrus in hand. Sorry, somebody's texting me about deck list. Alright, get Lurrus back. Or play Lurrus. Get Black Lotus. And then pass the turn. Four mana. PO's annoying. That sucks. Okay. The Ender Trap Trainer is not the worst. Mox Oval, okay, it's not that bad. Unless they have Plow here, but I don't. They would have cast Plow already. All right, we're extremely far ahead. That's why I love Seal of Fire. Seal of Fire is so good. Alright, they have two cards, one's Lurrus. I think we have this game. The PO was kind of tough, but they only got two cards, so it's not the worst. What is this? What is this? Has to be another PO for 3. Yeah, PO for 3. I wish I had Red Blast here. Or like Fluster. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Like Swords of Plowshares is pretty bad here. But with this, they can't play their Moxen back. Yeah, Lavinia is still the truth, man. And yeah, I did a pretty good job controlling this game. Lavinia's is still really good. Yeah, we were just super far ahead. Nice. What are we 2-1 now? I see you guys around four.
Alright guys, so when I started up round 4, I forgot to get my mic and camera set. So here we are in round 4, going against Captain Planet again. Um, you see we both reveal Lurrus. I don't keep this hand here. Didn't think I could do much, but I like this hand, and I think I get rid of the Ponder. Yeah, so I get rid of the Ponder here. I believe so. Oh no, I'm sorry, I get rid of the cat. Alright, so Ajani goes to the bottom. We keep our hand, and we are waiting on our opponent, Captain Planet, to see what he does. Alright, polluted Delta pass. I'll keep draw for the strand here. Good draw because we didn't have a land to begin with, but now we can go land, Mox Sapphire, and I believe we jam a Johnny here. Yeah, accidentally passed through my combat step, but play Black Lotus, and now we can jam a Johnny. And hope that they don't have Force Will here. They had the Force Will, so instantly regretting getting rid of the other Ajani here. But we have 2 Ponders to kind of catch up. It's okay, pass the turn. Hope to see if we can get anything out of it. Opponent doesn't fetch on the end step, so don't have the, yeah, obviously they have the Surveillant in hand. Makes sense. Then it is Surveil, keep the card on top, pass back to me. Draw a Brainstorm. Cast my Ponder here, which makes sense. See what we can do. Now we see Recall here, Ponder and Daze. To be honest, I don't remember what I keep here, but let's see what we do. I do think I like both of these cards, or all these cards. And Special's really good here too. Yep, so we keep those, keep the Ancestral on top. I think we Ancestral ourselves now. Now let's see if they have something for us. If they have Force Will, that's pretty gross, but we still get 2 cards out of their hand. If they have Mental Misstep or Spell Pierce, and they have Force Negation, which is 2 cards out of their hand, but the thing gets exiled. They did get rid of a Frog though, which is pretty good for us. We pass back the turn. I believe we kept Ponder on top. So we have another Ponder. I could have waited till their turn, but then I give them access to 2 other mana. Then they play Frog. Frog is tough for us to beat. But we do have Ponder into removal spell if we can get so lucky. So actually we kept the Days on top. But now it seems bad. So yeah, we go for Brainstorm to probably get rid of this Days. Hopefully. And we see Lavinia, Wasteland, and Ponder. All pretty good cards. We haven't played the land yet. We definitely want to get rid of this Days though. And so I'm probably going to keep this Days, or get rid of this Days, I'm sorry. And I am probably thinking about keeping this Wasteland. I'm not totally sure right now what I end up doing. But yeah, obviously I don't want this Days anymore. And I put the Ponder on top. So I'm guessing I'm thinking about playing this Wasteland, wasting them, and then hopefully casting a Ponder off of my Lotus, keeping the white up for Lavinia. Alright, so break the Lotus, and I find Swords, which is really good. Now the only bad thing is that I won't be able to play Lavinia this turn, but we do get rid of the Frog and we can play Lavinia next turn and have a Wasteland to kill their land so that we'll only be able to have 2 mana in play. But yeah, we found our Swords. We have Daze covered. We have any type of mental misstep or spell pierce covered. So yeah, we have to keep, we go Swords of Plowshares, Ponder, and then Daze in that order. Play the Wasteland. Waste them. Yeah, we waste the Underground Seed because if they were to Daze us, the Surveillant would come back into play tapped. Then Swords of Plowshares is Frog. It should resolve. And it does suck because we kind of wasted our Lotus a little bit, but I was hoping to hit other cards there, but I think we had to use that because then we had to use the Lotus for white. So, though we wasted 2 Lotus mana, I think that was okay. Here's hoping they don't draw anything great, and they do. They draw a Wasteland and get us off of white. That's tough. So now we're kind of playing both with low resources, but I do have a Ponder on top, which is really good. So thank God we didn't get rid of this Ponder. They have Spell Pierce, we have Mental Misstep. So good that we got Mental Misstep in our hand. So we Ponder. Gotta shuffle this. We need second land. And we draw a Boat. Boat's not terrible here, but we gotta pass a turn. Alright, so here's hoping we didn't draw anything good. They do show Saga. We just wasted a random Underground Seed, which is tough. But it is what it is. Opponent fetches, gets an Underground Seed, and then they get Lurrus to hand. So obviously Wasteland would be really, really good here. So we gotta draw the Boat right now. And we draw our own Saga, which is really good. So draw the Boat, it should resolve. Or no, it's gonna definitely resolve because they only have Lurrus in hand. Like I said, wishing that I had my Wasteland, but I don't know. I don't know if that was too aggressive. Also didn't think they were playing Saga in this deck. So we don't hit the land. However, if we can get a white source at any point in time, I think we will be slightly ahead. So pass the turn back. They get the trigger for Saga and pass back. But they're not going to play Lurrus just yet, so we have time. And then we draw the Wasteland. So Wasteland, now here's a consideration. Do I play Wasteland and keep it up to activate? Because I believe my tokens would be bigger in general, or do I have to waste them here? So I'm thinking about this as I pass the turn back, not sure exactly what I want to do here. Alright, pass the turn. They go to make a construct at my end step. And let's see what I ultimately decide to do. I'm not sure exactly what I decide to do here, but I definitely am going to think about it right now. Thinking about whether or not I want to waste this Saga now. And I decide to waste it because I don't want them to get like a Lotus or something out of their graveyard or out of their deck to be able to Lurrus, get back Lotus, and all that stuff like that. So I decided to waste. There's only a 1/1. We can beat a 1/1. It also takes him off of Lurrus mana. And yeah, we can beat a 1/1 with Ajani or Voice of Victory or Lavinia. Double black, Demonic Tutor, Have no idea what this is getting, but it's not good. It can't be good for us. Obviously, that'll resolve. They get Lotus here, and now that's what we were kind of scared of, them getting Lotus and getting Lurrus into play. But that's okay. Also, our Saga gets us a white source too, which is really good. So they play Lotus again. They only have one card in hand. They probably DT'd for Lotus, so that one card can't be that great. So we have Saga here. We float the mana. And then I believe I come to the conclusion of getting Mox Pearl because Mox Pearl lets us get a creature into play. We also drew a land, so that's really good. We could technically play 2 spells this turn. So yeah, I think I come to the conclusion of getting Mox Pearl, and then from there we can go Lavinia, Ajani, Lavinia Voice, and I believe I'm kind of going over that right now. So we get the Pearl because of that, and I think we play Voice of Victory. Let's wait and see. But yeah, I am working through that logic of like, okay, because I drew the land and I had the mana floating, I'm able to play 2 spells this turn, which gets us back on the board. Opponents thinking about our fetch land. Alright, so then we get Tundra, so now we have double white. We also gives us the ability to get Lurrus in our hand at some point. Alright, and so basically deciding if I want to play Voice of Victory or Ajani. I go with Voice of Victory first so that we can block the 2/2 token, and it also works well with Ajani if Ajani ever transforms, having those creatures first. So then we play Lavinia, so now they can't force Lavinia, and now they can't go infinite with this Lotus, getting this Lotus back and forth, back and forth. We also have removal / Ajani next turn, which is really, really good. They play Island, and then no attacks. Very interesting. So now they can't play on our turn, and we have the Lotus kind of taken off. So here we play Ajani, trigger. So now our 2/1 token trades with their board, and I hold the Portable Hole here. Now I'm holding the Portable Hole because I'm not really afraid of the 2/2 construct. I'm more afraid of Frog taking over the game. So to their turn, they draw a card, and it's past the turn. So now we're not really doing anything. I believe when we passed the turn to ourselves, we drew Seal of Fire. Seal of Fire has won so many games in this league, and this card is absolutely nuts here. So we're able to play Seal of Fire. And now we can kill their Lurrus and get in with impunity. Yeah, and they can see right then and there. Awesome card here. And I think we're going to be able to buy Lurrus as well. To basically just destroy their board. So Seal of Fire has been insane, man, and it's a card that I'm looking forward to playing in Vintage. So because we're playing the blue or the Dimir or blue-black Lurrus matchup, you know what we're bringing in. We're bringing in 4 swords, or we're going up to 4 swords. Removal is really key. I love the Pyroblast that I put in this deck. Cutting the Force Negation, because again, Force of Wills or Force Effects in a fair matchup are kind of bad. 2 for 1 of yourself is tough. And then I get rid of the Soul Guide Lantern. Just I don't think it's necessary. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, submit. Alright, so on the draw for game 2. And I like these Lurrus matchups because they're very skill intensive and they're back and forth and they're very resource based. The resources are very important, and so you have to maximize your resources as well. Alright, so on the draw, this hand seems okay. We can go Man Denial Plan. Now, the only bad thing with mana do not playing on the draw is that if they have lands, you're just behind because they keep playing things and you're not, and they go basic island, which is brutal for that game plan. All right, we draw a Force of Will, which isn't bad here. So we play our land and pass turn. Yeah, makes sense because we can surveil here, get our surveil on, and then hopefully be able to untap and find something really good. All right, they play Saga, which is good for us having two wastelands. That's pretty good. But this thing's annoying. I let it resolve because I basically just want to look at countering whatever they play. They don't play anything. They pass it back to me. Fetch for probably surveil land here. And yep, get the surveil land. See Skull Clamp. I really wanted Skull Clamp here, but I have to bottom because I'm looking for something other than that. We can also get it back with Lurrus at any point in time. So we draw a third wasteland, which isn't great, but we do have Ponder here, which I don't believe I cast, and I believe it kind of ends up punished. I get punished for it. Pass back to my turn to my opponent. I think they wasteland me here, which is absolutely brutal. Yes, they do. I remember correctly. They get me here with a wasteland, which is so brutal. I should have pondered and found a second land. We do float them in just because they decide to cast something right here. Obviously, they are smart enough to not. They pass the turn or pass through their combat step, and I don't know if they do anything. They probe me. Mental misstep. I don't want them to see my hand. It makes sense. Or a cantrip. But yeah, that was a mistake. I should have pondered there to look for the second land. Second, like actual land. We do draw a Mox Pearl, which is halfway to our Lavinia. But now I'm holding on to Ponder and going to use hopefully be able to hit a blue source and get Ponder off and use Fluster Storm to counter with Force of Will to counter. So they play Wasteland. They don't waste me though. And we draw Ajani. Johnny's not terrible here. But we can cast it. So play our Wasteland, play Ajani, keep Wasteland up. Johnny resolves. We have Force of Will back up here. And now we're just going to try to hope to get there. The bad thing about this plan is Bowmasters. But other than that, we should be okay. Alright, opponent doesn't play anything, they pass back the turn to me. And Bowmasters is definitely on my mind here. Steel Fire is so good here, but obviously can't cast it. So I definitely thinking about Bowmasters here. And if I'm not mistaken, okay, I attack here with both because I have Force of Will. If they were to break their Lotus, that's totally fine. But they take the damage. So we're kind of on, protect the cat right here and hopefully draw a blue source before they kind of get out of their bad hand. But they get the black source here. It's now definitely someone that they could possibly have Bowmasters in. They want to crack their Lotus. Draw another Lavinia, which gives me another pitch to Force of Will. So it wasn't the worst draw. Alright, so again, thinking about Bowmasters, but I attack with both because I have a Force of Will back up. They fetch, and now, yeah, Bowmasters is definitely coming. Alright, so here comes Bowmasters. We know that. We Force of Will pitching Lavinia. It resolves. And now we're able to get in for 3 again. Pass the turn back. So now we're kind of naked. We don't have any counter spell protection. They pass through the turn again. We draw Voice of Victory. So we cast Voice of Victory here because that protects us from Bowmasters as well. and it's a way to get the clock going. So now we attack with Reckless Abandon because we don't have to worry about Bowmasters coming down here. Attack. Now, looking at it right now, I should probably Wasteland this Underground Sea, but I don't. And I think that comes back to bite me because I think they play Fatal Push here. Okay, I guess it wouldn't matter. They had the Mox Jet. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if we kill that Underground Sea and they don't have Mox Jet, they have to break their Lotus to kill my Voice of Victory. But here I have to know, and again, I don't remember if I was thinking about this or not, but now Bowmasters is live again. And we draw a red card. So right here I should only attack with the 2-1. I don't know if I do that or not. Alright, we're definitely in the tank. We don't have anything to do though. I should only be attacking with the 2-1. And I do. Okay, so that's a good line by me. Alright, then they have a removal from my Ajani. So now things do not look great. And again, it all comes down to that ponder not pondering. That was not a great turn by me. Okay. Pass it back to my opponent. They have nothing to do, they pass back to me. I mean, I gotta keep attacking with my 2-1 cat, but they probably have Bowmasters here. And they do it in my upkeep. Smart play. They kill my cat here. I have nothing else going on. Draw. We draw a Portable Hole. Now, I Portable Hole here because Ponder is still an important card. And I want to be able to cast Ponder without making creatures on their side extremely big. Obviously, Frog's a bigger problem here in the long run, but right now, they're at 5 life. Alright, so I cast the turn back to my opponent. Still have yet to draw any land since the last Wasteland draw, and they play Frog. So, I don't know if that's instant punish, but a red source kills Frog, source of Plowshares kills Frog, another Portable Hole kills Frog. A lot more cards right here kill Frog than kill Bowmasters. And we draw another Ponder. Whipped on lands again, and it's turn 10. So we didn't get a Mox, a Black Lotus, anything here. And we are now starting to get behind, even though we're up on cards. So the opponent battles in, trigger Frog, and now I'm starting to seem like it's kind of hopeless. Pass back to me. Now we draw a fetch land here. What do we cast here? We get basic island so we don't get wastelanded. That makes sense. Get the Ponder. Alright, then we have the Volcanic Island here, Ancestral and Ponder. So we go Ancestral in hand, Volcanic Island, and then Ponder. Kind of a set up turn for next turn. We're going to have to let Frog hit us again. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, pass back to the opponent. Okay, in their upkeep, I'm looking to Wasteland their Black Source. Then waste the other Black Source and kind of cut them down on mana. I understand that they have a Lotus and stuff like that, but hopefully it's a one-time use. Alright, so they go to attack step. Attack for 2 again. Also, those wastelands aren't casting anything in my deck right now. Alright, so then they buy Lurrus here. They play Lurrus. And so now I gotta think about 3 threats we gotta get rid of. Really just the 2. The 1/1 doesn't really do anything. They play stock up, which was brutal. But it could have been, honestly, wastelanding there, it could have been really worse because they would have had 2 more lands in play. So I don't know if that was the worst wastelands of all time. So we have 6 cards. We drew our red source. Play our land, run Ancestral here probably. And see if we can find answers for our position right now. So kind of have to hope for no force will here. They have it. So now I think, well, we're definitely considering Flusterstorm, right? Because we're so far behind. We know the top card being Ponder. Outside of that, we don't know anything. So we go to Red Blast here. Or do we? No, Flusterstorm. Okay, that's what I thought. So a Flusterstorm here. Let this resolve. Alright, draw 3 cards. And we find the Plow. So now I guess we gotta decide which was the bigger threat. Can't play a land because we played our Volcanic. But we needed that land to actually survive that Force of Will. And then we kill Lurrus here. We go to 7. Could we have the Pyroblast to kill the Frog? Hopefully the Frog doesn't draw too many cards here, or too well of a card here. I'm not sure which one is right, but I think getting rid of that, could we have the Pyroblast, makes sense. Alright, get hit for 2 again. Also, now that Lotus is trapped in the graveyard, so they only have 4 mana and they have a singleton of every copy of color of mana. So those wastelands don't look terrible now, but they draw a Boat, and Boat is so good. Alright, Mox Sapphire. And they draw Underground Sea. So now they're back to where they were. They waste us off a red, which makes sense. Pass the turn back. Looking pretty grim for the home team. We do draw Tundra here. Alright, so we know we want to kill this Frog. So now I'm going to play Lavinia here so that they can't Force of Will. They would have to have like Flusterstorm here, which would get us. And they have the Fatal Push. So now the Fatal Push opens up the ability to Force a Will, or Force a Negation. But they don't have it, so not too bad. So it's 7/7. They have 1 creature. We have Seal of Fire though. We have Ponder. We have a lot of different outs here. We could draw Ajani. We could also get our own Lurrus and get Ajani back into play, or Voice of Victory, or Lavinia. So Watery Grave tap, obviously is an interesting choice. Alright, so what do we draw here? We draw another land. Thinking about whether to play the fetch land or the Tundra. We Ponder first. Interesting. Ooh, I find Force Will, Dig Through Time, and Tundra. All these cards are good, and it looks like we got the options to be able to go. So I think Grabbing a force will make sense here. And now we can just buy Lurrus if we want. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Buying Lurrus because now we have an avenue to get multiple cards in play. Because now we can play Lurrus next turn and get an Ajani or a Voice or a Lavinia and be super far ahead here. So like I said, it's very resource based matchup. You gotta be able to maximize your resources. Now, another issue is clock here. Alright, they attack for 1, we go down to 5. Alright, draw a dig. We're gonna play Lurrus here. Honestly, should have fetched, just so they can't kill my Lurrus before I could get something into play. I should have fetched before. And now I'm just deciding whether I want Voice of Victory, Ajani, or Lavinia. I'm trying to think. Voice of Victory makes sense because they can't play on my turn. Go down to 4. Like I said, this was probably a bad sequencing because of the fact that I needed that land before. Cause I think they can, if I fetch, I lose priority and they can just fatal push for my guy. So that was a small mistake, but we go for a Johnny. That's probably wrong. But I also can think that if they kill my Lurrus, my Ajani flips, and I can play Seal of Fire and be able to get them there. They crack. Let's see what they go for here. Guess Underground Sea, yeah. Alright, so their turn. They have 3 men in the pool. Oh yeah, I do remember this Virtuous one. Until we cast the Force Will, obviously because we have to. And I believe they have Force back. Obviously a must force here. Bonus in a tank. There it is. Force Will back. Which is absolutely brutal. I could, if I play the Voice of Victory, I still get punished. If I play the Lavinia, I still get punished. So it is what it is there. But we still have Dig. And so because they cast Force Will, we're hoping that they don't have a Force Will for our Dig here. Again, get attack down to 2. Now, there was an interesting line here, and I'll discuss it as we're walking. I could have played the Seal of Fire and hit them twice there. They would have went down to 1, and we wouldn't have got 3 for 1 there. It'll make sense why I'm saying that in a minute. Because if they're at 1, right, after their Force of Will, I believe, let's see. Yeah, they had Force of Will here, which means they can't Force of Will this, and so Dig just survives. I don't know if, like, that's the right play or something, but it would have made it to where that Dig would have resolved. And that's a line that is, I don't know if that's objectively the right line all the time, but also wasn't playing around Virtue's Ruin, so that's another thing. But we played Seal of Fire, and we passed the turn. Something to think about for sure. Alright, they go to battle. Excuse me. And I'm basically just considering if I want to take this damage or not. I decide 2 life is more than 1, obviously, and then kill this and hope to draw something sweet. I draw Mox Sapphire, which is not sweet. A little bit of buffering action. Alright, on to Captain Planet's turn. Draw go. Any effects on my upkeep? I don't think so. Opponent's taking forever in my upkeep. Alright. But yeah, like I was saying, that Silverfire play was there, and it's something that I noticed after the match. Because I felt like this game, I had a lot of resources to win this game, and I think that at some point I blundered. I don't know if that, like, I don't know. That's like, they're at 6 life, right? So I guess technically while Lurrus lives, I win the game. And they kind of have the Virtues Ruin right then and there. It's a 1-for-1, which isn't that great. Alright, Portable Hole is not bad. It stops Frog from winning the game. Alright. Pass back to them, they pass back. Some draw goes kind of slow though. Like, come on, man. Anyway. We draw Ajani. Johnny's not bad. And even here, they wouldn't have been able to force this. Alright, Johnny resolves. Get our cat. And again, we have Portable Hole for Frog. Or any threat. And honestly, we just need 2 attacks here. 3 mana. Dismember, which on the hard cast is tough. Excuse me. Alright, so pass back to them. They play Wasteland. They waste my red source, which I don't think matters anymore. I think we got 1 Pyroblast in the deck. Brainstorm is good here. Alright. Bowmasters to kill my 2-1. Super grindy match, or a game right here. Alright, they pass back to me. I draw Saga, which in general would be good, but I'm just seeing if I can last enough turns here. And I think, okay, I think I can. So let's just play Portable Hole. Take the Bowmasters. But they had the mental misstep. So now I have to concede here because I just can't get enough tokens in time I die to the crackback. If this Portable Hole. So yeah, that Portable Hole would have resolved. We would have been fine there. So, what do I bring back in? I brought some. I can't tell you what I brought in. But we're short on time here, so obviously we show our Lurrus. Opponent's taking their time. Alright, here we go. Hand's good. Gotta keep. Turn 1, Ajani on the play seems pretty good. Can't cast our Silverfire, but I'm not going to take too long thinking about it. We're already down on clock. See what the opponent has for us. They go probe. They see our hand isn't great, but it's okay. Especially we can time walk this turn. Play Misty, Black Lotus. Okay, well this is a pretty good hand by our opponent. Pass back. And obviously Bowmasters has to be on my radar. I'm not sure if I was thinking about that during this turn. I definitely don't think... Oh, okay, I cast Time Walk first. That makes sense. Okay, so the opponent fetches. They could have a Spell Pierce here. And they do. So now I have to think about Bowmasters as well off of this Lotus. And I do think about it. So I attack, which is smart to not give up Bowmasters there because they could have it off the Lotus. I think they're going to waste me here. Yep, they waste me off the Tundra. I float the blue just to float because they don't... I think they do know my hand. No, they don't, because though I drew a Tundra, they don't know that I had another Tundra. And that's pretty good. So now we're just like super far behind, but we do have pressure on the board. Obviously our clock is low, but trying to still play as good as possible, but play quickly. So you draw a Ponder. And again, our own Ancestral is really good. I definitely want these cards. Again, if I want to attack here, I have to attack Majestic Cat. Yeah, this was a mistake. But they don't have it, so we get lucky. And now I think we're looking at casting Ancestral on their turn. Yes, we are. Target myself. Even if this doesn't resolve, we do know our top cards, but they have a second Spell Pierce. I didn't know they ran 2 Spell Pierces. I kind of get punished there, which is a little tough. The Wasteland turned out to be really good. Alright, opponent plays Underground Sea. And again, they could have easily had Bowmasters this whole time and didn't want to crack their Lotus for it. I'm not sure. Because, I mean, that was a good time to play that, for sure. Again, I should have Bowmasters on my radar, only attack with a 2-1, make them have it. So now because I stacked that way, I can't even cast my Dreadhorde Arcanist. So I go to combat, and I think they get me here. I attack with both creatures. Thinking that, okay, they didn't have it last turn, and they have it this turn. And again, just playing so optimally, I'm also trying to play it fast. I should have just attacked with the 2-1, because then if they cast it, cool, then we get to flip Ajani and make 2-1 for the rest of the game, and probably win the game that way, especially with Silver Flyer and Lurrus. So we get blown out there. Opponent takes 2, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, they would if they cast Bowmasters there, who cares? But get crushed by that. We go to buy Lurrus and pass the turn. Like I said, not a good line, not a good play. Get blown up by Bowmasters, which should have been on my radar the whole game, and it kind of was at times. And at times it was kind of like, whatever, they don't have it. Gotta respect Bowmasters there. Alright, I think this is Frog. Yeah, Frog comes down. We have no way of dealing with frog. Cause we know our next draw is going to be a red source. Alright, opponent's passing back to us. Alright, we draw the footage we knew about. Play the flash drain, fetch. Get a red source. And not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, I go for dig, okay. I guess I'm going dig Dreadhorde, which probably doesn't really make sense. Maybe I'm supposed to just play Lurrus there. But I do draw Pyroblast and Swords, which are two really good cards here. I can kill both creatures and get in for one, or get in for two. So I'll look to kill the frog first. And they have third Spell Pierce, which is insane. Definitely didn't know that they had 3 Spell Pierce in this deck. Seems like a lot. But we're able to kill frog there. You know, we kind of wanted to be able to, I guess we have a Seal of Fire, so we're not really worried about the 1/1. The third Spell Pierce is tough. They play Saga. Time Walk. That's tough. Because we don't have to Red Blast that Spell Pierce, we can Red Blast that Time Walk. Now we're going to get buried behind Saga. And we have no time. Alright, pass back to me. Time Walk and Saga is a sick combination. Draw Forcible, we can't really do much here. And again, I don't have enough time to win this game, but we are trying to play as fast as we can and see if we can get it done. Alright, so here's hoping that our Lurrus can stay alive. Alright, they make another construct, which again, we don't have no way of dealing with this, so it's going to be tough regardless. Nile Spellbound. So no more Lurrus shenanigans. And they fatal push our Lurrus in. So that's game. GG's to my opponent, well played. I think we should have won that second game. Just didn't maximize my value. And on to round 5. I'll see you guys there. Welcome to round 5. Again, like I said, the last 2 rounds I don't have camera or audio on. My fault, I'm sorry about that. But round 5, we are on the play. We decided to keep this hand because we have 3 lands, Forcible Probe, and Ponder. And then Lorien Reveal being either a draw card or a pitch target for Force. Our opponent doesn't reveal Lurrus, so Forcible's look really good. Cataxian Pro to steal all our secrets. Let's see what they reveal to us. Revealing to the Null Rod, Karin. I can't see these cards on my screen. Karakas, Mana Crypt, Crucible, and Wasteland. So obviously play around the Wasteland. We hit Force of, or Ponder, and we have Force of Negation, Ancestral, Volcanic. So we are definitely going to keep the Force of Negation, and now we have 2 ways of countering any other major threats. We also have short mana, which is going to be very, very good here. I think it's an ancient too much in hand. So mana crypt, cool, that's fine. There's also a win con. We have no threats right now. Alright, opponent's in the tank. Probably just trying to think about how they want to sequence. Alright, play the Ancient Tomb, Mana Crypt, Slam card, the Great Creator. Force of Negation, can't counter everything, so we counter the card here. Pitch of Lawrence revealed, have a second Force of Will for any other big problems like the Crucible of Worlds. Draw Ancestral, play Strip Mine, get that Ancient Tomb out of here. Oh, well, first of all, let's Ancestral. But now we have Lavinia. Lavinia is very, very powerful if you can keep this deck off of lands. Very, very powerful. So we strip. Pass the turn, we have Force of Will plus blue card, Source of Plowshares for removal. And then Lavinia. So we get the points of damage value from Mana Crypt. They play No Rod here, which is interesting because it's just like their crypt, so like that can happen. They play Ancient Tomb, which they had to draw. And now granted, Lavinia isn't the best in the face of Caracas, but it's also not the worst. Draw a Time Warp for the turn. Get our Tundra here. Now, to be fair, we got Time Walk first. I don't necessarily want to get rid of this Lauren Reveal because I need to have white mana. Alright, so draw a Dig through time. Dig is very good here. Play our blue-red land. Play our Lavinia. And now, we do have Force. Like I said, we don't necessarily want to pitch our Lauren's Revealed, but Dig Through Time is very good here, catching us back up and getting us hitting land drops. Alright, so they don't take damage that time. Alright, then we're in the tank again. Alright, play Wasteland. And Wasteland, so to get rid of the red source, which is interesting, we actually just need the white source. Red source isn't really good in this matchup. So I just floated blue here. They passed through my main phase. And I decided to get rid of, or use my Lauren's Reveal, which could be a mistake because they could have something here. But I know they can't play Crucible here, so we see the Stormcoil Serpent, which doesn't really do anything. We have the removal for it. And we just drew a Spellfish, which is a great draw, because now we can use that to pitch to Forcible and Dig at the end step. Alright, so kill that. And then we get in here for 2. And again, they can't play Crucible unless they draw 2 more lands. I forgot about that, yeah. So with Lavinia, they can't play Crucible without 2 more lands. They have a No Rod in play with Mana Crypt, so they're kind of just not even getting the advantage of mana here and losing life. Every turn they pay Patchworks. And so this card is very hard to deal with, so I just force it. Because this card is really tough to deal with. So we just gotta force this thing. Um, okay, I dig first for more information. That makes sense. Alright. A lot of good options here. I think we just take both dudes. Let's see what we take here. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, Ajani's really good. Voice Victor is very good. Lotus is very good. But yeah, I think I take both creatures. Guess I'm considering Ponder here as well. Oh, but both creatures make sense to me. Just kind of get threats, and then I force will this. They have three cards. One being Caracas, one being another being Crucible Worlds. Now, granted, the Caracas is tough against my Ajani and my Lavinia, but you are stressing that Caracas. And the Wasteland was a great draw. Now, yes, I could have killed the Caracas here, and I'm thinking about that, but I'm also restricting them on mana if I take this Ancient too. So they want to bounce my creature every single turn. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, I put the Caracas out. I'm aware that the Caracas can bounce back my Lavinia, but I play Voice of Victory. If you want to bounce back my Lavinia, fine, but you can only have really two mana next turn. I guess you could technically have Mishra's Workshop here, which that would be brutal. And so maybe I should have killed the Caracas, but I guess, I don't know. I think I probably should kill the Caracas, but the most you can have is 4 mana. If you play Crucible, you're still far behind, because like Wastelanding me doesn't do much. Now they draw Tolarian Academy, and that's tough, right? And here comes Crucible, but they can't play a land this turn, and they can see, because all I can do is just play Lavinia, and they have to bounce Lavinia back. So they concede there. We win that game. Maybe we should have got rid of the Caracas, so then they wouldn't have been able to cast anything anyway. But as you can see, we win. Bring in Fragmentize, bring in Seal of Cleansing, get rid of the Seal of Fire and the Pyroblast. They don't really do much here. I'm considering another Force Negation. Cut the Daze because Daze is bad to draw against this deck, but Force Negation is pretty good, and I think that should be it. Oh yeah, take out the Flusterstorm. Or the Mental Missile, I'm sorry. And then think about adding swords in the deck. Get rid of one Soul Guide. Get rid of both Soul Guides. Interesting. Especially after we saw a Crucible. It might not be the right decision. But let's see how it works out for me. Alright, game 2 we have Lurrus. Hand looks okay. But we're probably going to mulligan just so, yeah, the hand looks okay in general, but we probably going to mulligan because we don't have a force. So now the decision of what to kick back. I do like Wasteland here. I like Ancestral Ponder and Force of Negation. I like all my cards. I'm still a 7-card hand. But we get rid of the Ponder because we have Ancestral. And like I said, I like Wasteland in this matchup. You go Mox Sapphire. Thing. We have to counter this. Now there is a school of thought of that we have lands, we could just waste them off of that and then try to play a longer game. Like there's a thought process there. We draw a second wasteland, so we just waste them here and see if we can get them to not draw anything good. Alright, pass back to my opponent. They play Ancient Tomb, so they have 3 mana. They have Crucible Worlds. That's tough to deal with. So we play our red source. We don't really care if that gets wastelanded. Alright, they only have 3 cards in hand. We did find Lotus though, which is really, really good. And I play the Black Lotus here to get around into the sphere effect. Pass back. We're in a weird spot right now. Because the Crucible makes it so they have like infinite mana. They do get a wasteland here and they waste us. That's okay, because that's all you do this turn. That's not the worst. They play a Chalice on 1, which right now doesn't do much. So, but we do have a lot of 1-drops in our deck. So, and we draw 1. But we do have Boat. And right now I'm doing Treasure Cruise math. Yeah, counting up the cards that I could possibly use. Yeah, so right now I'm in a tank. I'm trying to count up how many cards I can get into there and how much I have to pay and then what mana I should use off of the Lotus. So I kill this, which doesn't really make sense because they have Crucible, but they have to pick between getting Wasteland back or Ancient Tomb. Yeah, so that was probably my thinking. Now I think about it, they have to choose between getting a land back or getting Wasteland back. And like Wasteland doesn't really do much. I can fetch basic blue and draw Treasure Cruise. I could have also Lawrence revealed too. Yeah, we just get basic blue here. And then now we can sack this. And we sack it for white, which I thought we would do because we have Seal Cleansing in our deck. Alright, so we get rid of our whole graveyard. We draw Ajani, which is pretty good here. And we have Force of Will. So we play our Mox. I guess we're playing Ajani first. But again, they have 3 cards in hand. We get our Ajani going off. And then we play Mox Sapphire. And then we island, or do we island cycle? I'm not sure if we do or not. Yes, we do. Okay. We're keeping the Ponder for Force of Will. Alright, pass the turn. We can get Lurrus next turn. And we have counterspell for anything here. They can't wasteland us because we have a basic in play. Shout out to having 1 basic in this deck. Play Ruby, doesn't matter. They play Ancient Tomb. They have 4 mana or 5 mana. They don't have anything there. So that's a huge win for us. Dismember. Okay, I do force this, which might be a mistake. Thinking about it, because I have Cat and I can just get it back with Cat. So that might have been a mistake. Drew Swords of Plasma, which is a dead draw. So looking at that right now, that could have been a mistake. Could we just put Cat in our hand, keep Force Will, and then play? Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. Because now I could just die to something here on this turn. I probably wasn't even thinking about Cat. I guess I'll also get Wastelanded there if I do that. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure. But I definitely seemed aggressive. But right now, I mean, we're winning the race. They're at 9 life, and the Ancient Tomb is hurting them so bad. The Karn, and like I said, this is where I get punished, because I could have countered this Karn, right? And so let's see what they get when they minus Karn. They get Wormcoil Engine. Now, they have workshops in play. Like I said, this is why I should have probably just kept the Force of Will for a real card. Just remember, like I said, I can get it back. I can even do it this turn where I fetch, and then get Lurrus and then put Ajani back into play. But yeah, they get me there. We knew that was going to happen. I just wanted the value. Alright, we had to attack Karn here. And I'm counting mana. I'm counting mana. See what they have. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have enough mana and it can bounce my Ajani back. So yeah, we're pretty much dead here. We don't have an out outside of drawing a Seal of Cleansing. So we attack Karn here. I'm sure they're going to bounce back our Ajani. Yep. Only good thing is we get to recast it. You get another 2-1. Yeah, so looking back at it, that was a mistake. I could have stopped them from winning this game by not forcing this Karn and getting Lurrus into play. This would have stopped this worm curl from happening. Alright, worm curl comes down. We have exactly 1 draw step. Karn takes up on my Mox, it destroys the Mox, doesn't matter, it was useless anyway. Can't cast Brainstorm. So we just concede not to waste time. Like I said, that was a bad play by me, and that's what lost me the game. I think we just run the same list back. Had all the cards I needed, just misplayed a little bit. I brought a Soul God Lantern in, or at least I'm trying to, because of the Crucible Worlds. We cut both portable holes. That makes sense to me. Alright, I'm going to play for game 3. Obviously, I have my Lurrus with me. And this hand is good. Turn 1 Lavinia. With Saga and Time Walk back up. With Fragmentize and Swords of Plot. Her hand's insane. So, obviously, Snap Keep. We're going to play with Volcanic Island Mox Pearl, I believe. Oh no, I know what we do. I think we go Saga. No, we can't. If that was a Sapphire, would be good. So yeah, I think we play turn 1 Lavinia. And then we can play Saga into Time Walk. Yeah. Alright. Pass the turn. They basically can't do anything here. Turn 1. Yeah, they play Soul Ring, doesn't matter. Patchwork. Again, none of these cards really matter. And they had a very bad land to start with. Alright, so we draw another land. Which is good here because we can Time Walk and then we can also take away their mana. So we Time Walk here, we Fragmentize. We should Fragmentize. Oh, I think I can attack because they can't do it. Oh, I didn't attack? Oh, darn. What are we doing? Yeah, we should have also Fragmentized there. We should have got in for 2, and we should have Fragmentized. You know what, whether I want to use this Wasteland or Fragmentize. Because like, even here, if I would have Fragmentized the last turn, then Wastelanding here, I still would have had my 2 mana up. So yeah, I missed that. That's on me. I just dismissed it. I don't think it's gonna matter this game, but I know for a fact I knew I missed an attack by accident. Like I just didn't think about attacking. Um, I'm trying to think of my fragmentize here. I'm definitely considering it, considering all my options. I haven't played a lane yet. Definitely wastelanding. And then we pass the turn. So we should have they should have no permanents in play besides patchwork. But we're able to bully them here. Now I know they can't play any spells. If they wasteland me here, it's okay. We still make a guy. And my guy is going to be at least a 2/2. They can't play anything, so they can't attack. And we have Ajani. Fragmentizer Soul Ring, so now they have, because they missed they played a Wasteland, but they're just behind on mana here. And we attack for 4. Again, that Fragmentizer should have happened a long time ago, but it is what it is. And then we have Ajani next turn. Alright, super far ahead here. They don't have a land, they don't have anything, we win the game. 3 of those bad boys. So I ended up this league 3-2. So yeah, I'm a fan of this deck. I think this deck was really, really cool. It was better than the 4-color tempo list I played. Wasn't really the biggest fan of that deck, but yeah, everything felt really, really good. I enjoyed the Sillifier just being able to steal games against the Frog matchup. Dreadhorde Arcanist was interesting. Like it was in the deck, but we never cast it, or never did anything with it, so that was a little weird. But yeah, everything seemed very, very solid. I liked having the extra Swords of Plowshares in the board. Um, like I said, I added the Pyroblast in here, so I think that helped a lot with the blue matchups. But the thing with these decks is that you have to make sure that you use your resources. And like rewatching this and voiceovering it, made me see things like, yeah, I should have did that better. I should have did that better. And a lot of times I notice these things after I end the league. I notice like, oh yeah, I should have definitely did this or definitely did that. That's part of learning, right, and growing in the game. But yeah, man, if you guys like what you saw, if you guys enjoy the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are at 94. I'm sorry, 94 subscribers, and we are so close to 100. And like 80 some odd percent of you guys watch these videos, and you're not subscribed. And all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button and show me some love, man. Obviously, I'm on my journey to 1,000 subscribers, but we got to get there by getting the first 100. So I do appreciate all you guys' comments, critiques, opinions, different lines of play. It really does help me a lot. It helps me get better at the game. It also helps me look at the game a little bit differently. Especially in Vintage, I'm still kind of learning, still a newbie. This is a deck that I absolutely enjoyed playing. It was so much fun and very thought-provoking. So, with that being said, thank you guys for joining me, man. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, see you guys next video. Like always, sleep spells and bring dreams, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.